Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I did an unboxing last week or a few days ago. I can't remember, my days get jumbled up. From Resin Molds Express, they have the mystery boxes that they send out, or you could buy molds individually. This was one of the molds in there. This is the water ripple tray that they have. So we're going to do this one today. But before that, I got some Happy Mail, and I do not know who it came from. I have some on my arm from opening it. So this came from Amazon, and this is all it said. A gift for you. Enjoy your gift. Thank you, whoever you are, because they caught on to the fact that I didn't have brown pigment paste. And they sent me, this is made by Seya. I took it out of the box, C-E-Y-A. And she sent me the brown pigment paste, which is why it's on my arm, because I opened it up and it's full. So thank you, mystery person. I love you, and I love this as well. I did not have brown pigment paste, and I use brown a lot, and I don't know why I don't have it. Anyways, let's get started on this. I'm pouring in 2 colors of blue, alcohol ink, so they're transparent. But I wanted waves, but I didn't want, you can't do it after the fact because it's a water ripple effect. It's really bumpy on the top. So we're going to do the UV resin waves that Renee taught me when she was here. Renee from Heart Creations by Renee. Sorry, Renee, I had, like, my brain wasn't working. So she showed me how to do them with UV resin instead of epoxy resin when she was here about a year ago. It's been so long. So we're gonna do that first before I mix up resin. I did measure this with water, and it holds 17 ounces of water. I think, was it 17? Yeah, about 17. So I'm gonna mix up 18 because typically it takes an extra ounce once you use resin. So what I'm gonna do is grab a little cup, just a little tiny container, and a stick. This was Happy Mail too, you guys. I love you guys so much. I have so many things from y'all. Whoops. I try to keep them upside down in a cup. A lot of you gave me that idea to not have bubbles when you're pouring your UV resin, is to put it upside down in a cup and just leave it stored that way. So that's what I did. So I'm using my high viscosity, and that's the one I want to use when I make my waves in here. But first, I'm going to mix up some ocean white in my pigment, or in my UV resin, after I get that out of there, whatever that is. A little piece of cured resin. And we're going to put a decent amount. Oops, I already took the cap off. We're on a great start. Get a decent amount of white when you're making waves. That way it doesn't like all dissipate into nothingness. Blooms and waves are completely different. So on blooms, you got to be very careful. On waves, you don't have to be careful. I'm just going to mix this together, and this is what we're going to put on the edge of the wave. So being that the tray is circular, we just have to figure out a front and a back. So I'm just going to work like this. And then I'm going to I'll do one at first. Oh, I need my light. I want to get it cured as quick as possible. Let me move a few things here. We are reconstructing my configuration of my room today. I got some major storage things that we purchased at the closing of Joann Fabrics, and we bought shelving from them. And yeah, I have several of them coming into the house, so we're just trying to make room. So it's pretty packed in here right now. What I'm gonna do is just kind of a nice hefty amount in a wave sort of pattern. Not anything like very straight, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And enough where it's gonna spread. You can use a heat gun. You could use a straw. I'm going to try the heat gun first. And then when you get it where you want it, you're just going to put your light on. So now I'm going to take my white and go all along the edge of that UV resin I just poured in here. I'm going to put a decent amount. Doesn't need to be neat because you're going to blow it out. And if you need to add more, you can add more. It's been a while, so I'm not like a professional on this, but I have done it a couple of times. I just want to make sure I have enough white in here so it doesn't like disappear on me. See how this got really skinny? You don't really have to rush because UV resin doesn't make a difference. It'll cure when we turn the light on. Let's try that, maybe a little more over here. And that should blow out the resin that way. I gotta get that out of the light. Okay, here comes the heat gun. You know what? Let me try to find my attachment. This little attachment comes with the heat gun by Let's Resin, and it just fits right in there, so it'll give us a wider push. So that's what I'm going to do here. Works best if you heat it up first. And again, this is a bumpy surface, so it's clearly not going to look beautiful like it normally would on a flat surface. So I'm just going to push it out the best that I can. Try to get some cells if I possibly could. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when we're done. And then I'm just going to cure it. I don't know how that's going to look, but we're going to go with it. So I'll cure each section for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes each. While I mix up some resin, I'm going to mix up 18 ounces of my epoxy resin while this is curing, and then we'll split it and color it and debubble it.
Under neon light, I strike my pose, diamond shimmer, head to toe.
The tray is plenty cured. I've got the 18 mixed, and this is for the clear, and it's about 5 ounces, and then the light and the dark. So I'm going to do lesser of the dark. Let me think here. It should be okay. I don't know how to split it. I'm not great at splitting. I'm trying to look at the mold and see exactly, but I don't know. It's gonna mix, hopefully kind of combine together so you don't have a hard line at all the colors anyway. So I'm just gonna, I might have to split it into more cups though for the vacuum chamber, otherwise it's gonna be bubbling over. It looks really dark, but it's not really that dark. As you can see, let me grab a paper towel. Whoa, I almost spilled that. This is not that dark at all. I need more. I need more. Let's do some more squirts here. Midnight blue. I mean, you got a lot of resin here, so it's going to take a good chunk of alcohol ink. And then I pulled out another lighter blue alcohol ink so I don't have to use my whole bottle of my favorite color all at one project. It's getting better. If you don't know what it's going to look like thin, just do that. And that's about what it's going to look like, but it's still not really dark enough. Let me see what sapphire blue would do. Is that a purpley blue? I'm going to put a few drips of sapphire in. Oh, that's really pretty. I like sapphire. I hope that white doesn't make it look like a mess. It's definitely cured though. I didn't really get cells in it. Kind of disappointed with that. They were there when I blew them out, but then when I cured it, they're not really there. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's getting better. That's good. That's pretty. Okay, then the regular blue. And this is like one of my favorite blues that I don't want to use my whole bottle on. So this is a similar one by Miracle Coup that I want to mix together for our lighter blue. Layering it though is another thing. So I'm going to have to layer it very carefully and slowly. That's pretty, but I think I need more. A heavy dose. And I think I will just split this in a couple more cups, just so I don't have to continually release the pressure on the vacuum chamber. That should be good. We're going with it. It is what it is. Let me just grab 2 more cups and split this in half. And then this one. Not necessarily half, but less than it is now. And let's get to vacuuming it. I'll meet you over there.
1,000 mirrors watch me glow. In the city's heart, I steal the show. Glitz and glitter, I'm a shining flame. Dancing through the stars, they know my name. Every step, every spark, loud as a roar.
It is all debubbled and we're going to pour. So what I'm going to do is, just like I said, a thin layer where I want the colors to be. And then I'll go over it and over it and over it in layers. This one. Like there. And then the dark blue up here. And then I'll start all over again until it's full. There. Light blue. Dark. Those 2 are gone. And then we'll do it again. This way it kind of keeps them where you're pouring them. I think I'm going to come down a little bit on the clear. And then I'll combine them a little bit. Let's get this. And how much I have a little bit of room left. I don't know if I have enough room for all of it because, well, I did mix up about an ounce extra. So let's use the dark blue and see where it takes us. And we'll use a little bit, tiny bit. You don't have to fill this one up if you don't want to, but I just want a nice dome on it so I don't have to trim. If anything, nothing, I hope nothing, but if I do, it will be very little. Let me just wipe all this resin off so I don't get it on myself. So I have a little bit of dark blue and a little bit of clear. So I'm gonna take a tool. Let me find, what do I wanna use? We'll use this. I'm just gonna blend them, but I still want that clear right there. And blend these two together. Try not to keep it on the rim, that way I don't have to like knife it off. I don't want to get rid of all my light blue here, so that looks pretty good. I'm just hoping those waves look decent when it's done. I don't see any bubbles under there. I think it's beautiful. Oh, I do see one hiding out there in that 90-degree edge. Oh, where is it? Why won't it come out? No, there it goes. Come on out of there. There you go. Gotcha. Let me check over here. Something's in there. That doesn't belong. Piece of sparkle of something. And I see a bubble over here. I won't be able to see them in the dark blue, so I hope there's none. I'm just gonna give it a good spray. And that's good. Let me find something for this extra. I'm not quite sure how much I have. Maybe I have enough to do my favorite conch tray. Let me find that over here somewhere. I use this thing a lot for extras. Can this get scooted? Yep. So we're going to, you know what? Let's do the same thing. I'm just gonna mix up a little bit more of my regular blue with some of this clear. You know, I hope I have enough now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I'll dump in a little bit of this one to color it. It shouldn't be as dark. Stirred in a few bubbles, but that's all right. There's my light blue. How do you like that solution? Okay. So which way should we do? Should we do... Let me get my clear in first. We shall do... We'll do it the long ways. me just get all this out of here. And then we'll do some light. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put any sparkle in it. Oh well. And then some dark before it fills. Definitely had enough. Let's see if I could scrape some more light out of here. That's domed. I still have some extra. Get that out. Combine it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Should be fine. I love these. No matter what color I stick in here, I still like it. Okay. The rest I will put in something and surprise you on demold. I'm sure it won't be very exciting. All right, it's all cured and ready to go. So let's unmold our extras. Our little turtle here, which is always beautiful. Nice and sparkly. No matter how many times you make that mold, it comes out sparkly. See, I'm wearing it out. It's turning white inside, but it still shines. I'm going to make a keychain out of him, so I already have the stuff out for it. Let's check out this one. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. It's hard to see over the black, but oh, I like the transition. Let's hope the big one looks like that. Oh, I love that. Okay. Enough, Michelle. Enough. You know what? I'm going to make you wait. We're going to do this one first and just get this done. I'm just going to take my drill, put a little hole in his hand. Right. Oops. Make sure you hold it steady. I just make it bigger and kind of work it around. That's all. That way I don't have to fight with the jump ring. And then we will take our jump ring, put it through his little arm. I don't like that one. Put your keychain on there. And then twist it back. And then I picked out 2 charms, 1 flower and 1 that says blessed. So you just do the same exact thing. If you can grab it, there we go. And then 1 more. We'll put on the chain up here. Like that. I can't believe that's all I have to do on this video is 1 little keychain. I do need to trim around him. He's got a little bit of overpour. I tried to wipe it off, but I guess I didn't get it all, so I will trim all that. Okay, let's get to this one. All right. Oh gosh. I hope those waves didn't ruin it. I hope. It's a pretty cool tray, though. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. Oh, that's not too bad. What do you think? Oh, it'll go this way. Does it look like waves? I don't know. Kind of. I don't think it's horrible. Of course, it's not exactly what I wanted. It's a little tacky because I need to cure it, so I'm going to cure it over this. But I see that the mold is partial shiny and partial matte. I didn't notice that. Now I notice that. Huh. You see, it's partially matte and partially shiny. I wonder why they did that. So that's why we have a partially matte and partially shiny surface. Interesting. I just need to take a tool. This is a little too soft for a deburring tool today, so I'll do that tomorrow. But let me know your thoughts. I'm just gonna put my UV light over this side since it's out of the mold now, and I didn't do it from underneath earlier, and get that cured. Wash it with soapy water, get the stickiness off. If it's really only a couple tiny areas right here and right there. Other than that, it's not too bad. I didn't expect the matte part of it, but I guess it's not too bad. I like the shiny parts the best. It does look like a water ripple. So tell me what else I can do with this other than water scene. You can put like little silhouette stickers in there, or little, you know, resin silhouettes if you have a mold for little resin stingrays or turtles or sharks or whatever. Scuba divers, just don't put the waves on so you could see them. But there's all sorts of things. You could put your sand in and your little seashells if you wanted to. If you wanted it to look like water, because it really does look like water. The ripple on top really does. Pretty nice. Pretty cool. Just don't, I mean, I guess if you painted it white, which I may do, if you paint the back white, or even coat it with white resin, you will always see those colors. Otherwise, depending on where you put it, you're gonna have a different outcome. Or I'll just leave it clear and let whoever has it decide what they want to do. Either way, I'm gonna get you some pictures. I don't have any finishing to do, so that's an early night for me. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.
Gorgeous blue ocean like a sapphire in the sky. Whispers of the waves as the seagulls fly. A conch shell's melody hidden in its core. Tales of the deep that we can't ignore. Glitz and glitter on the water's face. Sunbeams dancing in an endless embrace. Turtles glide slow with a gentle sway. In this paradise, let's drift away. Sand between toes and a golden haze. Waves crashing soft like a sweet ballet. Treasure in the tide and the salty breeze. Magic's alive in these endless seas. Glitz and glitter on the water's face. Sunbeams dancing in an endless embrace. Turtles glide slow with a gentle sway.